All right, guys, I am back, and today we have a Polaris RZR right here. This is a 2015 900 Trail, and we bought this thing, well, me being me and my brother. It was wrecked and had a bunch of damage right up here in the front, but we put a new control arm on it and replaced the ball joints because it was, so bad that it snapped the ball joints off, and then put a new boot on it. And now we need to do a brake hose, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to do some brake work today. So I'm going to get right into it. Alright guys, so here's a better look at the brake hose, and he put some tape around it, but it's broken right in here and leaking out brake fluid, as you can see on my finger. And so to replace it, looks like you got a little tab right there, another little clip right in there, and then it just bolts onto the caliper, and then it bolts on at that side too. Here's the new used one that we got here for a little bit better reference. So I'm gonna get this all unbolted and taken off and get this one put on, and I'll show you guys bleeding the brakes. Alright guys, so I got the new used brake hose all installed there. So like I said, there was just a bolt in here, and then the sensor itself up here is actually the bolt right in there. And then you just want to make sure that your washers, they are also like a seal, that they stay on each side of the end, the eyelet piece there. So that's the old one. And now it's time to bleed the brakes. So on top of the caliper, you'll have your bleeder right there. So you'll just have to have someone pump up the brakes, and then when they're holding the brake pedal down, you'll want to open up the bleeder. And then before you start that, you will also want to make sure that your brake fluid is full, because if you run out of brake fluid, then you'll get air in the system, and you're trying to get all the air out of the system. So then you got brake pressure. So we're going to get started on that and hope that we get our brakes back. So before you start bleeding the brakes, you want to also check your reservoir here and look at the cap and make sure that you know what dot brake fluid you're putting in. So this one is .4 right there. It's kind of dirty, but so we'll fill it up with some .4 brake fluid and get to bleeding. So I got my brother up here. He's holding the brake down right now. So I'm gonna go over here and look at the bleeder and just crack that open. Now this shield might be in the way a little bit, so might have to, there we go. Heard the air come out. Now I gotta close it. And then he can pump it again. All right, pump it up. Hold it. Okay, pump it. Okay, pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Okay, pump it. Okay, pump it. Pump it. Okay, pump it. Pump it. Okay, one more time. All right, and now we'll repeat the procedure on this side and go until there's no air in it. All right, so we bled the front two brakes until there was no air, And then what you want to do is you want to double check your fluid and make sure that you're all full, which you can see the line right there. It's right below the max, but it's in the safe zone. So you're probably fine, or you could just top it off a little bit. And then you want to make sure that your pedal feels good, so which it does. So we can plug in the sensor, and then these start by going off of this sensor. So I mean, I guess that'll be the real test if it'll start. And we'll get it all put back together and see how the brakes feel.